Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we're going to be doing something I've never done before. Father Phil's not here to stop me or advise me, and Liv thinks it's a good idea. We're going to ensile what's left of the beet. What we have here, I reckon there's probably a bit more than 2 trailer load, so there's 12 tonish maybe there, and you can see it there. You can see little bits of mold and stuff. You pick up a beet, the beet is going soft. Give it another 2 weeks and I'd say the pile won't be in the best of shape. We won't use this by the time it has fully rotted. So the theory being, I will put by a couple of buckets and we're going to chop and ensile the rest of it. So that's still fine. So the beet has gone all soft and squidgy of itself. It's coming to the end. So we got to do something about it, otherwise we are going to have to dump a couple of ton. Well, we'll be dumping, I'd say, about 3/4 of what is there in about 2 weeks time. We'd have to stop feeding it. So we're going to ensile it. Now I know what you would usually do if you want to chop and ensile, you add soya hulls to soak up the effluent or the liquid that will come out of the beet as it ensiles. I don't have soya hulls. I'm not going to buy soya hulls. What I do have, that wind is going to make a hooer of it, I have maize. So I'm going to use up half of the maize pit. The other half we keep feeding the cattle, and then I also have straw. So I'm just after bringing back 7 bales of straw, so a mixture of barley and pea straw. So between that I'm hoping to do that. So what I have to do now is move all that beet out of there, because I'm going to chop it back into there because it's the narrowest pit we have, so I should keep it right. I have to get my plastic sidewalls in, and then I have to get the beet chopper moved and parked just where the sandbags are there, and I have to strip the pit off and have it ready to rock and roll. Get all that done, and then we can start washing and chopping the beet. We'll add in 2 bales of straw on the bottom and some maize, and as we put in beet we'll add more straw and more maize. That be my theory. We won't really know for a couple of months till we open it, and we'll probably use what we ensile here to start feeding cattle that come in September. And then I suppose in that regard we'll have them started on beet and maize prior to actually having beet or maize harvested and pulled. So it could actually work out for the better. It'll be interesting to see. Biggest thing is it doesn't rot. If it rots in the pit, I'll look like a tit. If it doesn't rot in the pit, I'll be on to a winner. But we're doing it while Father Phil's not here. He can't stop me if he doesn't know about it. That's the theory. That's the pit cleaned out, all the beet house. So just going to go with buckets of water now out of the spray tank just to give it a bit of a wash out. We'll also then have to, when we get the beet washer up, I'll have to bring buckets of water to it every now and again to keep it replenished with fresh water, to try and take as much clay off as we can. Now someone did leave a comment, big thanks to everyone who commented on the last video. It's given me a little bit more confidence in what I'm doing. Someone said they don't bother washing it, they just chop and ensile it, but I'll just wash it as I go through, because I would be afraid maybe, but someone says they don't. I'd be afraid the soil might affect keeping it, but okay, we'll be washing it anyways. I'll try to do a half decent job of washing it. Next job is move that stuff there so that I can get the chopper in there and strip the pit off fully so I can get at the maize. And then we'll put in 2 bales of straw, a bit of maize, and we'll start chopping. So we are just set up here, and the day's gone to shit on me. So I've a straw and maize in, 2 bales of straw and 4 buckets of maize. It's peeing it down. Chatting to Liv, and Liv says just do it. You're washing the beet anyway, so what difference is it going to make? Well, you'd like it to go in maybe as dry as you can, but I'm set up now. And yes, We have a 200 horsepower tractor on the Beet chopper. Yes, makes a lovely sense, I know, but the 3075 is not playing ball with me, so I just abandoned it how I'm away. Stop thinking about it and just do it. It's wet anyways. The idea behind putting the straw on the maize and that in it, and what most people do soya hulls, is to soak up what will run off the beet. Now the beet is dry. This isn't like freshly pulled beet that would have a low dry matter. This is a higher dry matter, that's why it's gone soft, because the moisture has been evaporating out of it and it's going soft and squidgy of itself. It's not full of water. Annoyed about the rain now, but we just gotta get it done. Tomorrow is going to be a day at Surrey, so today is the day for this job. So, and I forgot to move a bucket. This bucket holds a lot of beet, so it's quite easy to overwhelm the straw or the washer chopper. So I just have to be careful with how much I'm putting. So we'll get her started up there anyways. Here we go. So just taking over. We'll do a bit more. Leave all ticking over, otherwise I'll put too much horsepower down the shaft. Here, probably will just stop me shoving it down that side. That's it there. You can see there's not a lot left, in that one. Right, liver's got in the tractor for shear bolts going out, and I keep moving into it. I'm expecting this to be slow enough now. It's not going to be a terribly quick job. I'll have the couple of ton done in 2 hours. That's what I'm kind of reckoning it to take. Workshop to update you on how the Bill GENIE savings for ye our viewers is working out so far. So far we have saved you just under €60,000 and people changing their bills, putting their electricity bills through Bill GENIE, with another 115,000 waiting to be saved. All you gotta do is just follow up on any emails you get from them and provide whatever information you need. If you don't know who Bill GENIE are, they are sponsoring our videos for the month of April, and we are working with them to save ye our viewers money. All you gotta do is head into the description down below. You'll see upload your bill to Bill GENIE, upload your latest electricity bill, and then they'll go and find you the best rate on the market. There is massive amounts there to be saved. One of our viewers saved over €2,500 after 12 months of electricity bill. They saved us €1,680 off our bill. So be part of the Bill GENIE Club and get in on the savings that's there. And if you have already uploaded a bill and haven't heard back from them, give them a call, check your spam, check your inboxes, and get it all filled out. If we can hit €120,000 back in your pockets saved, James, that we talked to last week on Zoom, will be coming down to give me a hand picking stones. Free service, costs you nothing, doesn't do anything. You just upload your bill and they'll go out to find you the best rates on the market to bring your bill down. So anyways, big thanks to Bill GENIE for sponsoring today's video. We'll get back into it and head into the description to upload your bills today and get saving money. So, through my foggy windscreen, this is the pile that we have to contend with. So I'm just going to gauge it to what's left now. I know the beet does look a bit black, and I think that's mostly clay that was on it. We probably had a bit of a high dirt tier. It's the amount of dirt that came with the clay, because we were pulling it in sticky enough conditions. We behind the tight side getting around here now. Give myself with a whole lot of manoeuvring. The biggest thing I have to make sure I do is don't overload the machine. So if I overload it, she'll start slipping the chain. The chain is a bit shook on it. And as you can see, there's a wee hole in the side of it there, which is letting off dirty water too, along with some of the dirty mucky stuff as well comes out. So it should leave us with a cleaner sample. It'll leave us with a cleaner sample than just putting it through a stationary root chopper. So, and hopefully there's not too many stones in it. If there's not too many stones, we'll be pretty good. We shouldn't have many stops. That's why I leave it sitting in it there, just to keep that in the right. This bucket of beet. I'm not sure, do you roll this in while you're at it? I presume it'd be a bit like silage that way, that you roll it in to get all the air you can out to try and keep it right. I imagine while the pile of beet that we have there to do looks big, once you chop it, it doesn't belong disappearing sort of. I'm going to leave that there to feed the cattle at the minute. We're using about 200 kilos a day, and that's only going to go down as we kill more cattle. So that should last a month-ish. There's probably about 4 or 5 ton there, I'd say. So last bucket now. I'll show you what we have done. We have a nice wee pile gone in now. I think we broke shear pin 4 or 5 times. So you can't really see, I'll just square up. So that's what we have in. So a nice wee pile of stuff, 3 bales of straw, and once I get the last of the beet in it, I'm going to level it all off with maize on top. Someone said to do that, so I just gotta do it. Like, and we'll just see how it works. Okay. Just thinking of it, as much as I'm saying, Jesus, probably shouldn't be doing it in the rain, but Liv was kinda egged me into it. I blame her if we have a heavy run. Now, we have drains and everything there to catch runoff that it goes into the reception pit, so it's not going to be an issue, but our run is lost nutrients all the same. So, but we'll see, we have to cross that bridge and get that far. But the more I think about it, 3/4 of the beet that we put in there or more was going to rot. What do I have to be done? And maybe 1/3 of the maize I'm putting in now would have rotted. We'd probably got to the point where we wouldn't be using it quick enough to keep it clean, and you just get more and more waste as you go along trying to eat the maize. So I've taken out 1/3 of the maize, so it leaves us with a narrower pit face, which should let it keep a bit longer maybe. And the straw, just heaps of straw. Like, I'm not going to cry over 3 bales. In the grand scheme of things, I'm either going to have some pretty decent feed, or I'm going to have a very rank bit of dung. One or the other. Anyways, we get finished up here. We get the beet chopper out so I can just tidy up the corner, and then we'll run the rest of the maize into it and just level it off with the shovel. Pull the cover on it and get sandbags on it, and we'll wait till September then and see what it's like. And that's it. In, level, rolled, sealed. That's the job. I think we have enough sandbags on it. Could throw a few more if we want, but we have a ring right round it, and then cross in the middle of it with more then on top of that. Should be enough, hopefully, to get out of it. So here's the genius behind the plan. Huh? You're the one who's been egging me on.
Oh no, I said it would make a good video.
You've been egging me on. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
No, I have not.
Well, you have with the rain.
Huh?
You have with the rain.
Because you've started.
Okay. So anyways, let me know in the comments down below. Have we created some good feed to feed the bulls that go in September to be finished before Christmas? To be, what, 15 odd goes in? Or have we created some rank dung that we'll be spreading with the dung spreader out on a bit of ground? As I said before, in the heel of the hunt, 3/4 of the beet we put in that would have probably rotted and have been spread with the dung spreader anyways. And maybe 1/4 of the maize we put in as well, because eventually we'll get to the point where there's only 20 cans left. You'll be putting in, what, half a bucket of maize, and we just won't get using it quick enough as it starts to go off into the face of the pit. So what do you think? What's your judges? Have we created something useful, or have we just created a rank bit of dung?
Well, it's worth trying something with it.
Okay.
You don't think?
It is, yeah. At the end of the day, we're only going to be out a bit of maize. The rest I wouldn't really mind. It'll be interesting what Father Phil says when he sees it. I would have preferred doing it in the dry. That is the biggest end of it. But
The beet is wet anyway, she's washed it.
this is Liv's. The rain didn't add any water to it, did it?
No.
No. Okay. That's Liv's idea. Let me know in the comments. As I said, we do have gullies in that there that will take any run that will probably be off it. So that's not an issue. Bertie, don't in the bag of seed. So anyways, look, it's probably short enough. I'm miserably wet. Liv's going to edit the video, and I'm going to go mulch rushes till I either get the ground gets too wet or I run out of mulches to rush, which I'll probably get stuck before I run out of mulches to rush. Rushes to mulch. Mulches to rush. It's too wet and miserable. Anyways, look, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments. Is it dung or is it gold? What would you call it? Dung or gold? Dung or feed? It's going to be interesting. And we'll get Father Phil's reaction at some point. Anyways, we're going to leave it at that for today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Anyways, also don't forget to upload your bills to Bill Genie. 8 days left till the end of the month. Let's see, can we get to 120,000 and have James down here picking stones for us. He keeps telling me he'll do everything but pick stones. I say it's pick stones, because that's the job that nobody likes. Anyways, we're going to leave it at that for today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it from us. Good luck.